How's it going? It's Cali T here, and you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm so mad. I was having a conversation with a friend about women in the anime industry, so you know where this is going. And they told me the reason why women don't do well in the anime industry, and I quote, is because the stuff that women put out doesn't sell and has no entertainment value. Well, maybe manga, but not anime. Are you kidding me? Like, look at this. I wish I could make this stuff up. Look at this. Like, dang, it is only the first week of 2017 and I'm gonna need this person to start their year off coming correct. So that response had prompted me to make this video today to rehash the many works that women have contributed to the anime industry. First category is music. The musical score that touches the heartstrings of the ears and of the mind. For what is anime without score? Pictures? Manga? I don't know. Anyways, I always found that the musical scores are kind of like the ninjas in cinema. Even though a musical score is an important part to any cinematic piece, it is made with the intention to go unnoticed. Where you see they are specifically designed so that they can blend into a piece as well as heighten an experience or an emotion. But when that music is just so captivating and has done its job so well, it does the opposite of what it's intended to do. It stands out. So let us go forth and talk about the standout women in music. Number 1 is Yoko Kanno. Like seriously, how can you escape that woman's work? She has delivered exceptional music for anime classics such as Cowboy Bebop and Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, as well as for newer titles such as Zenkyo no Terror and Space Dandy. Her music is very eclectic, combining themes from like jazz, classical, techno, among many others, creating an original and refreshing orchestral piece of work. Just go have a listen, she's great. Next is Yuki Kajiura. Now she's an interesting one because her music always has this dark edge to it, but it's always elegant. It kind of reminds me of the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel, the Grimm Bros fairy tale where like the brother and sister, they get lost in the forest, but they come across this house that's like made out of candy and sweets and all that jazz, but inside the house there's that witch who's like luring children in so that she can eat them. Like her music has this alluring feel to it, and if I had to describe it in a word, it would be bewitching. No pun intended, for she also composed the hit magical girl series Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Not to mention SAO, Fate Zero, and Raise. You know, these are just a few that she just has in her back pocket. No biggie. And as a bonus, I debated putting this next person on the list because she primarily does video game work and only has dabbled in anime, but how can you leave her out, for she's Yoko Shimomura. She's just captured the hearts of so many. Including mine. I'm gonna keep it short and name drop 3 out of the plethora she has done in chronological order from her earliest to newest works. Here we go. Street Fighter 2, Kingdom Hearts, the entire franchise, and Final Fantasy 15. Bruh, she's been killing the game for decades. Just saying. Ooh, but holla at your girl in the comment section below if you got tickets for the Kingdom Hearts World Tour concert. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be there. I hope you're gonna be there. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be lit, and I can't wait. Next, we're moving on to writers. Now, I'm really trying to stick to anime only here because if we went to manga, I would be hard pressed to say that it is a male-dominated field in almost any genre. I mean, just look at all these titles that have been written by women, and popular ones at that. So for now, let's just stick with anime. First up is the writing giant that is Mari Okada. Not only does she write for anime series, but she also writes for live action television shows and movies as well. Some of her works include Toradora, Anohana, and Kiznaiver, just to name a couple. She's also the only woman to have ever won the Animation Kobe Award in the individual category, among the likes of Hayao Miyazaki and Mamoru Hosoda. Next up is Reiko Yoshida. You might know of her writing from anime like Yowamushi Pedal, D. Gray Man, K-On!, and the recently critically acclaimed film Koe no Kotachi, aka A Silent Voice. And although she specializes in manga adaptations, she is a mangaka in her own right, having written the hit magical girl series Tokyo Mew Mew, which for kids, they tried it. Did you know they were going to rename it in America Hollywood Mew? America the Great. And as a bonus, we have Michiko Yokote. Now she's someone who I've consistently seen writing 1 or 2 shows like every season, every year for like the past 7 years. And she's been writing for even longer than that. Some of her more recent works, however, have been like Shirobako, Kiss Him Not Me, and Relay. Double bonus round! Now this girl had seemingly come out of nowhere, having not worked on an anime prior to this year. She has written many manga throughout the years, and for this to be her first anime writing job, I think Mitsuru Kubo has been well received among the anime community for her creation of Yuri on Ice. Now we get to roll into the animation department. If you've watched any Studio Ghibli film that has been attached to Hayao Miyazaki, then this is someone who you know, but don't. Introducing the late Michio Yasuda. She was the color designer for all of Hayao Miyazaki's films, as well as for many of Isao Takahata's films. The job of a color designer is more or less self-explanatory, but to explain it anyways, when an anime production starts, Yasuda's job was to pick the colors out for everything. Background, characters, you name it. Then having the directors and her own vision in mind, her team would go and color everything in a scene, and it's her job to make sure all the colors are up to standard and that everybody on her team is on the same page so that everything is consistent. It's a pretty big job. Moving right along, we have Akemi Hayashi. Now she's normally credited as the animation director and or key animator for many series such as Evangelion, Ouran High School Host Club, Revolutionary Girl Utena, and Gurren Lagann. So for those of you who don't know, a key animator's job is to draw the structure of a scene. If I were to kick a ball, the key animator would first draw me here, attempting to kick the ball, and then draw me here, finishing kicking the ball. These initial points are called key frames. Then it is up to the in-between artist to fill in all the motion from the initial points, making a full kick. Now, as far as animation director, contrary to popular belief, the animation director doesn't necessarily direct the overall animation. What they do is make sure that all the keyframes are consistent and make sure that all the in-between art is consistent. And as our bonus, I just had to find a way to include Clamp into the mix, and what better category than animation? Clamp has a very unique style, and it's one of the more easier styles of work that you can tell if their hands were in the mix. They have lent their character designing skills to other anime other than their own, like anime such as Blood Sea and the extremely popular Code Geass. And finally, I get to talk about directors. Now these gals are great at what they do, and I'm kind of bummed that they're not as hyped up as some other people when they definitely should be. But for the sake of time, I can't cover all the directors that I have in mind, so I'm only going to cover those who have recently put out work within these past few months. Entering the scene is Naoko Yamada. She entered the anime industry in her 20s and has since climbed up the ladder relatively fast with such grace, fortitude, and ambition, proving that young animators and directors are capable of greatness. Some of her notable works are K-On!, Hibike Euphonium, Clownad, Tomoko Market, and the recently critically acclaimed film Koe no Kotachi, aka A Silent Voice. When you get the chance, go see it. And if your chance isn't coming for like a long time from now, then go read it. You're welcome. And finally, if you've been in the anime community for a while now, you may or may not have noticed a certain trend. Maybe once or twice a year, there's the anime that comes out that is just quite frankly unavoidable. Like there's no way you wouldn't have heard of it or seen like a picture or a GIF on like either Tumblr or Facebook or wherever. Some prime examples of these anime are like Attack on Titan, Madoka Magica, One Punch Man, and then more recently Your Name by Makoto Shinkai. Even though a lot of you, I already hear the choir speaking, you haven't seen it, you're gonna. And yes, it's that good. But also in 2016, Sayo Yamamoto brought the world Yuri on Ice, which was and still is some people's bread and butter. She also directed Michiko to Hatchin and Lupin III, The Woman Called Fujiko Mine. And although she hasn't directed as many series as some other directors, she is certainly making her way up the ranks through her quality of direction. And as a bonus, here are some other anime that were directed by women as well. And many more.
And that's a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. As always, if there are any other women in anime that you enjoy their works for, please let me know in the comment section below so we can talk about it, and stay tuned for more anime-esque stuff coming your way. And hey, if you like this video, please let me know by hitting that like and subscribe buttons. And that's it for me. Thank you again for sharing a part of your day with me, and I hope the rest of your day is sensational. Until next time!
You wanna sit with me? You wanna sit with me for the video? Aww, you wanna be in the video? Oh, thank